There is something unsettling about watching old woodcutters at work. Not because the task is hard, but because nothing about it is fast. No urgency, no wasted motion, no sign that they are trying to finish as quickly as possible. They lift the axe, they pause, they strike, and then they wait again. To a modern eye, this looks inefficient. But that assumption is exactly the problem. Because these men weren't working against time. They were working with it. And once you understand that, everything about their calm begins to make sense. Old woodcutters didn't think in minutes or hours. They thought in cycles, the rhythm of breathing. The resistance of the wood, the sound of steel meeting grain. Each swing wasn't a step toward the end. It was the work itself. When the body slowed, the axe slowed. When focus drifted, they stopped. Not because they were lazy, but because rushing breaks rhythm. And once rhythm is gone, strength disappears faster than fatigue. They weren't managing time, they were protecting it. In modern culture, speed signals competence.
In der Mitte. So, jetzt hier rein. Und zwei und da zwei. Komm ein bisschen nach hier. So, jetzt aber gleichmäßig. Zu, back, hau.
The faster you move, the more valuable you seem. But for old woodcutters, speed was dangerous. A rushed swing wastes energy. A rushed step causes injury. A rushed mind misses the grain and splits the wrong way. Efficiency wasn't about how fast the axe fell. It was about how little energy was lost between swings. They understood something we've forgotten. The body does not reward haste. It rewards precision. And precision only appears when the mind is quiet. What's striking is how long these men could work. Not explosively, but steadily. Hour after hour, day after day.
Linke sich ankielen. Gut. Immer noch mit. Gut. So jetzt. No, immer noch. Langsam, langsam werden. Noch leicht. Sachte, sachte noch ein paar. No. Und noch eine Idee. Klein bisschen, noch klein bisschen. Oh, good.
They weren't burning fuel. They were conserving it. Rushing demands adrenaline. Slowness relies on alignment. Bone stacked over bone. Weight falling naturally. Movement guided, not forced. This wasn't discipline in the modern sense. It was self-respect. They worked in a way that allowed them to return the next day, intact. There was rarely talking while they worked. not because conversation was forbidden, but because silence sharpened awareness. In silence, you hear the axe differently. You feel imbalance sooner. You sense when the body needs to pause. Noise distracts. Silence informs. These men didn't meditate after work. The work itself became meditation in motion.
Så det säger raus. Så det säger raus och sen kom de här kom.
Each pause wasn't wasted time. It was calibration. For old woodcutters, work was not something to get through. It was part of living. There was no countdown to rest, no mental escape. When the day ended, they didn't collapse, they transitioned, because the nervous system was never overloaded in the first place. They went home tired, yes, but calm. That distinction matters more than we realize. At some point, we stopped trusting rhythm. We replaced it with schedules. We taught ourselves that faster is better, even when the body protests. We learned to override signals, ignore pauses, push through imbalance.
So, also schön fest. Ja. So.
And now we wonder why exhaustion feels permanent. The old woodcutters weren't stronger than us. They were wiser about limits. They didn't rush. Because rushing creates debt the body must eventually pay. You don't need an axe, or a forest, or a lifetime of physical labor. The lesson is simpler than that. If your work leaves you restless, something is off. If your pace disconnects you from your body, something is broken. Slowness isn't weakness. It's a diagnostic tool. It tells you when alignment is present and when it's gone. Old woodcutters never rushed because their work demanded honesty. The wood didn't respond to ego. The body didn't forgive force. Time didn't bend to impatience. And in listening to those constraints, they found something rare today. A way to work without fighting themselves. That's why it mattered. Not because they were more virtuous, but because they understood a truth we're relearning the hard way. No one ever asked how fast the tree fell, only that it fell cleanly, and that the man swinging the axe could return tomorrow, whole.